President Tinubu targets 7 million youth for digital literacy in 2 years. Governor Uzodimma increases minimum wage to 104,000 naira for Imo workers. Plus, Central Bank of Nigeria orders geotagging of POS terminals across Nigeria. Do you love and care about Rstv State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task we must accomplish. Don't forget to watch Rstv News live on Facebook at Rstv CH22 online and Facebook Rstv online. And click on the notification bell to get live feed all the time. Welcome. This is the World News. My name is Obobea Lemara Parker. The Rivers State Commissioner of Police, CP Olubenga Adepoju, has assured voters of their safety ahead of the Saturday, 30 August 2025 local government election in the state. In a press briefing at Muscat Road, Port Harcourt, the headquarters of the Rivers State Police Command, CP Adepoju disclosed that adequate deployment of manpower has been made. Doris Thomas Morrison brings us more from that scene.
The CP also disclosed that prior to the planned election, the police has been raiding black spots and making arrests of criminal elements to ensure the state is safe. CP Adepoju revealed that the security personnel for the election are solely military and the police. Vigilantes are not involved. He stated that there is enough manpower deployment from all security agencies and a joint security situation room that people can call the hotline to give information.
We will not want any agency to perform that election with us. Our men will solely be involved in that election.
He also announced restriction of movement from 12 midnight to 6 p.m. on Saturday, 30th August 2025. He appealed to the people of the state to abide by the restriction and conduct themselves properly before, during, and after the election. Doris Thomas Morrison, Rstv News.
And now to education matters. Members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, Rivers State University branch, have staged a peaceful demonstration within the campus bearing various placards demanding for their rights from the federal government of Nigeria. Gotspanele, who covered the protest, reports the chairperson of the union, Dr. Emmanuel Davis, said the federal government has failed in its promises.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Our union makes us strong.
That was the Labour song sung by the ASO members informing the federal government of their displeasure over their plight and demands unattended to more than a decade ago. Dr. Davis explained in a press conference that the essence of the meeting was to bring to the notice of Nigerians and global community, which according to him, the continued insensitivity of the federal government to meet their pressing needs. The University Dawn revealed that despite several negotiations, appeals, and patriotic union sacrifices to promote quality education in the country, the federal government has refused to act responsibly and called for the implementation and signing of the renegotiated salary structure, releasing the revitalization fund, as well as signing the renegotiated 2009 agreement. The ASO chairperson, who sued for public support to achieve success, said that the neglect of education is a direct threat to the national security, economic progress, and social stability.
Nigerian public universities remain grossly underfunded. Laboratories, library, hostels, and lecture halls are dilapidated and inadequate. While politicians continue to award themselves jumbo salaries and allowances, academic staff in public universities in Nigeria are left to struggle with mega pay that does not reflect the cost of living in today's Nigeria.
Some university ASU members also shared their views.
We are all in line with what the chairman had just said. The idea is to sensitize the Nigerian public of the reluctance of government to ordinarily sign an agreement that is long overdue.
If we embark on strike, the parents will cry, the children will cry, the government will say we are saboteurs.
Since 2009, we entered into an agreement with the federal government, and the agreement is to be reviewed every 5 years. First and foremost, after the agreement, implementation was a problem.
God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
Meanwhile, the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Ignatius Ajero University of Education branch, Port Harcourt, has called the attention of the public to the myriad of unresolved issues affecting the Nigerian university system. Chairperson of the branch, Comrade Kaite Eko, said such issues, if not addressed, will push the Ignatius Ajero University branch to join its counterparts across the country. Emmanuel Imeyono continues from here.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong.
Professor Epu explained that the essence was to inform the public the failure of the federal government to implement the agreement reached for renegotiation. Recall that 2009 agreement between ASU and the federal government of Nigeria was intended to address critical issues including funding, university autonomy, and staff welfare. She noted that while both parties agreed to a renegotiation every 3 years, the federal government has stalled the process. According to her, public universities has remained underfunded and overwhelmed with challenges, noting that the agreement recognizes the specific revitalization funds to upgrade infrastructure, enhance research capabilities, and improve teaching conditions. But until date, only a fraction of the agreed funds has been released.
The 2009 agreement between ASU and the federal government of Nigeria was intended to address critical issues, including funding, university autonomy, and staff welfare. While both parties agreed to a renegotiation every 3 years, this has not been effectively carried out.
Professor Ipu further explained that the victimization of members in some universities for exercising their constitutional and union rights, failure of the state and federal government to pay the outstanding 25% and 35% salary and promotion arrears to academic staff is unacceptable. She further noted that the government has failed to remit third-party deduction, including union checkups and other deductions made from staff salaries.
It is disheartening to report the continued victimization of ASU members in certain universities for exercising their constitutional and union rights. Our members have suffered arbitrary dismissals, denials of promotions, and other forms of harassment. We condemn these actions in the strongest terms and demand an immediate reinstatement and full restoration of all victimized staff.
Stakeholders pledged their support and assured commitment for a stronger union for the overall interest of the universities.
We of Ignatius, we are joining ASU National to be part of this protest.
I'm working free of charge for anybody. They get money at their own will, and then what is meant to, what is due you, who they even pronounced it. It wasn't what I was talking. The president pronounced 25-35, and the union said, okay, here you have not been paid.
Let's look at national matters. President Bola Tinubu has said his administration is set to empower 7 million young Nigerians with digital and professional skills, aiming to create millions of job opportunities in the next 2 years. Tinubu, represented by the Ministry of Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, said this on Wednesday in Abuja at the Strategic Youth Leadership Conference 2025. The conference, organized by the Federal Ministry of Youth Development in collaboration with the National Defense College, aimed at equipping young Nigerians with a strategic thinking and leadership tool to become proactive agents of national development. The president said his administration is poised to position Nigerians in the global talent of digital literacy and ensure effective youth participation in the global digital economy. He outlined key strategies for youth development under the renewable agenda, including the Nigerian Youth Academy and the national learning platforms. Do you love and care about real estate and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task we must accomplish. Coming up on the news, DR Congo M23 rebels resume talks in Qatar after renewed violence in East. We'll bring you this and other stories when we return after the break. Don't go.
I need the police that can respond to emergencies first.
I want the equipment I need to do my job.
I want a police that won't harass or arrest me for no just reason.
I want to be valued for my work, not feared by honest people.
I want a police that won't ask me anything for the boys.
I want a decent salary that is paid on time.
If it happen with good laws,
proper funding,
training,
and cooperation.
If it happen.
If it happen.
If it happen.
When malaria won't show power for your side, it can knock you down. I'm a temp salt gel. Like I tell you no say, malaria medicine when no get bad days, or bitter days for mouth, and it easy to swallow. Try. I got red game changer. I'm a temp salt gel.
Say no to malaria. Yes to life.
When I was pregnant, I hoped you would have your dad's smile. After 6 months, I worried about the right foods to give you. Now you've grown so much, and doctor says anemia can affect your growth and slow your learning.
Mom is right. 7 out of 10 kids in Nigeria suffer from iron deficiency, which can cause anemia. 1 meal of Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus provides 50% of your child's daily iron needs to support proper growth and learning.
That's reassuring. Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
Power God is here. Dr. Jesus in action, God is here.
The Omega Power Ministries OPM Worldwide presents Dr. Jesus Night with Coconut. It is a night of divine healing. It is a night of God's visitation with divine favor. It is a night of instant miracles, signs and wonders. It is a night of total transformation. It is a night where yokes will be broken, mantles will be released, and great destinies will be activated. Date, Friday, 5th September 2025. Time, 8 p.m. till dawn. Venue, OPM headquarters, Dr. Jesus City, Mbodo Alu, River State, Nigeria. Come with your coconut and receive what heaven has reserved for you.
OPM, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Welcome back. Let's bring you more stories. In a decisive move to improve the welfare of workers in the state, the Imo State government has approved an increase in the minimum wage from 70,000 naira to 104,000 naira. Governor Hope Uzodinma made the announcement during a crucial meeting with labor leaders at the government house in Owerri, the state capital. The governor also announced the approval of 16 billion naira for the immediate clearance of all outstanding gratuities owed to pensioners in the state. The workers described it as a historic step towards improving their lives and those of retirees. Present at the meeting were the state NLC chairman, Uche Chigemezu, the state chairman of the Trade Union Congress, Uchenna Ibe, the state chairman of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, Josiah Ugochukwu, and the state chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association, Barth Emecheta. The Central Bank of Nigeria has directed that all point of sale POS terminals in the country be geotagged within 60 days. In a statement dated 26 August 2025, CBN said the move is part of measures to curb fraud and strengthen oversight of digital payments. It is also part of a broader plan to modernize Nigeria's payment system, improve consumer protection, and ensure that digital financial transactions are secure and fully traceable. The initiative is designed to ensure that all POS terminals are traceable and that transactions are secure, and terminals operating outside their registered locations will be flagged, while non-compliant devices will be deactivated. The bank explained that the move will help eliminate ghost or cloned terminals and enable real-time monitoring of transactions. Newly deployed POS devices will now have native geolocation features and double-frequency GPS receivers for accurate tracking. Terminals failing to comply with the 20 October deadline will no longer be allowed to operate. Each POS device must capture and transmit all locations at the start of every transaction, with any activity beyond a 10-meter radius of the registered merchant address automatically flagged. To foreign reports, a court in Equatorial Guinea Wednesday handed an 8-year jail term for embezzlement to a senior official, Baltazar Ebang Ngunga, who separately won notoriety for appearing in a series of sex tapes with other officials' wives. The Supreme Court press director, Hilario Mitogo, told reporters in a WhatsApp message that Bioko Provincial Tribunal convicted Baltazar Ebang Ngunga of diverting money claimed as professional travel expenses for personal use. Ngunga, the married former head of the National Financial Investigation Agency, and 5 other senior officials were accused of embezzling expenses worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in the oil-rich Central African state. Nicknamed Bello, Ngunga made world headlines in November for the sex tapes, some of them filmed in his office at the Finance Ministry, published on social media while he was in detention pending the embezzlement case. The clips prompted a wave of online parodies, including songs and dances and posts about a spoof virility drug dubbed Baltazarine. Mitogo said the provincial court handed Ngunga an 8-year sentence and a fine of $220,000. Still from the foreign scene, a new round of talks between the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Rwanda-backed M23 rebels is underway in Doha. The two parties are looking to reach agreement on how to implement a Qatar-brokered truce they signed last month. Let's join Deborah Oleje as she tells us more from that scene.
South Korea has passed a bill banning to the use of mobile phones and smart devices during class hours in school, becoming the latest country to restrict phones use among children and teens. The law, which comes into effect from next school year in March 2026, is the result of a bipartisan effect of curb smartphone addiction, as more research points to its harmful effects. Lawmakers, parents, and teachers argue that smartphones use is affecting student academic performance and takes away the time they could have spent reading. The ban has its perspectives, including working students who question how it would work, its wider implications, and whether it is addressing the root cause of addiction. Denmark foreign minister has summoned the top U.S. diplomats in Copenhagen following a report that American citizens have been conducting covert operation in Greenland. Denmark public broadcaster says the aim was an infiltrate Greenland society and promote its C-section from Denmark to the U.S. as it was unable to clarify who the men were working for. Foreign Minister Lars Rstv said any attempt to interfere in the internal affairs of the Kingdom of Denmark will of course be unacceptable. Venezuela's defense minister said military vessels and drones will be sent to patrol the country's coastline, aimed simmering tension with the United States after Washington deployed warships to waters of Venezuela's fight drug trafficking. The move comes after Washington deployed an amphibious squadron of 3 warships towards Venezuela's coast in what it said was an operation against Latin American drug cartels. Washington also announced that it had doubled a reward for the capture of prosecution of Maduro on drug charges from $25 million to $50 million. Deborah Olede, Rstv Foreign News.
And in sports, with barely 2 days to Nigeria's crucial 2026 World Cup qualifiers against Rwanda and South Africa, Super Eagles' first-choice goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali has been injured while on duty for Chippa United in the South African PSL. Ajadi Goodman tells us more from the sports desk.
Nwabali, who is equally Chippa's #1 goalkeeper, was stretched off and replaced by Elson Sitso in the 35th minute against Richard Bay in Dobran. Although the details of the injury have not been ascertained, it however looks serious from the manner he was helped out of the pitch. Head coach of the Super Falcons of Nigeria, Justin Madugu, is already making plans for the WAFCON 2026 qualifier despite just winning the WAFCON 2024 tournament. The 61-year-old coach led the Nigerian women team to victory in Morocco last month, bringing Mission X to fruition, even earning himself a Ballon d'Or nomination. Despite his recent success, Coach Madugu has cried out that the preparation needs to begin in earnest ahead of the Nigerian two-legged race against Benin Republic as they kick off their WAFCON 2026 qualifier campaign. The WAFCON winning coach also confirmed that he, alongside his coaching crew, are weighing the options of bringing in Nigerian players to blend in with some of the players of the squad that traveled to Morocco last month. AC Milan have shifted their focus to Sporting CP striker Conrad Ada after their pursuit of Nigerian forward Victor Boniface. Milan had pushed to bring Boniface from Bayern Leverkusen as a key attacking reinforcement, but red flags during his medical examination raised doubts about his long-term fitness. The development comes back as a major setback for Boniface, who has been one of Nigeria's most exciting exports in Europe since joining Bayern Leverkusen. Ajadi Goodman, Rstv Sport News.
Do you love and care about real estate and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task we must accomplish. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube at Rstv Online and Facebook at RSTVCH22 Online. And click on the notification bell for live feeds coming all the time. Now to end the news, another look at some of our major stories. President Bola Tinubu has said his administration is set to empower 7 million young Nigerians with digital and professional skills, aiming to create millions of job opportunities in the next 2 years. The Imo State government has approved an increase in the minimum wage of 70,000 naira to 140,000 naira for its workforce. We had also reported that the Central Bank of Nigeria has directed that all point-of-sale terminals in the country be geotagged within 60 days. That's it from the newsroom for tonight. Thanks for being a part of it and have a beautiful evening.
great nations of Africa. Oil-rich, teeming with wildlife,